Welcome to the 22nd episode of the Amiga CD32 review project. The game I've been playing this time is the kart racer called Bump and Burn, published in 1994 by Asylum and developed on the CD32 by The Dome, and on the Amiga computers by Soft Eyes. Bump and Burn is a kart racer, no doubt trying to bring the success of Mario Kart onto the Amiga. The story, if one needs a reason to be racing, is told in the manual. Staged on the racetracks and roads of Tunia's Seven Kingdoms, the event is a no-holds-barred rumble where the only rule is anything goes. Each of the kingdoms sends its bravest drivers to compete against the ruthless Count Chaos, reigning champion and winner of all previous Bump and Burn tournaments. As the story mentions, there are 7 different racetrack types of varying difficulty. These are, in order of increasing difficulty, the racetrack, the volcano, the haunted graveyard, the war-torn city, the fallen forest, Candy World, and the frozen fjords. In true Mario Kart fashion, you pick up power-ups and weapons along the way that you use to stop your opponents or otherwise help yourself get an advantage in the race. Personally, I had a hard time finding out exactly what the different power-ups did. It's in no way clear to see just what happens when you use one of them, which definitely takes away a lot of the joy of a kart racer. From memory, the power-ups are an oil slick that you drop behind you for others to drive into. You don't see the oil as you drop it at all, which is really unsatisfying. All you get is this farting noise. There's also a landmine that you can drop, but like the oil, you don't see it being placed. Then there's a spring power-up that allows you to jump, a wall you can place behind you to slow other drivers down, a smoke screen that lowers visibility behind you, and an invulnerability power-up and a turbo. When beginning a race, you choose from a roster of 7 racers. Look at these images from the manual. The racers are Mr. Fabulous, Colonel Carnage, Frankensteiner, Loretta Lamour, the Beaver Bros, the Dodgy Dinos, Eric Eskimo, and you're all racing to defeat Count Chaos, of course. Each character has its own 2 special power-ups, or shots rather, a simple shot and a homing one. These are like the green and red turtle shells in Mario Kart. You can see all the power-ups on the screen now, again taken from the manual. Power-ups and weapons are found by picking up stars on the road as you're racing along, but apart from that, someone has also strewn a lot of gold coins all over the tracks. Picking up these give you money to buy upgrades for your kart, a welcome addition to the kart racer genre. Sadly, I didn't really feel the effect of any of the upgrades at all, but maybe that's just me. The reviewers back in the day really didn't agree on how to score Bump and Burn. For the 7 reviews I could find of the CD32 version, the average score was 70%, with scores as low as 40% and as high as 91% represented. The 91% score was awarded by CD32 Gamer, who always seemed to award really high scores though. Amiga Computing gave Bump and Burn on the CD32 a 40% score, writing, Grand Slam has attempted to use the whole of the CD32's color palette, and occasionally the tracks become so garish that it makes it hard to tell exactly what's going on. The main sprites and backdrops, however, look good and improve on the original A500 version immensely. As you race through the game, you can collect various power-ups haphazardly littered around the track. When you first start playing, they appear to do very little, and only add much excitement to the game in 2-player mode. They finish off by lamenting that the difficulty level and the restrictive playing area makes it quite frustrating. At the other end of the spectrum, the CD32 Gamer awarded Bump and Burn an incomprehensible 91% score, and their reviewers simply can't stop gushing about how great the game is. Listen to how the review starts off. Ex-Thalamus programmer Peter Upton is the driving force behind the game, responsible for everything but the music. The game's brilliance is a slap in the face for all those faceless committee-designed products, a hilarious vindication of the power of the auteur. Every facet of the game has been honed and polished. Personally, I have to agree more with the 40% score than the 91% one. I didn't really click with Bump and Burn at all, and this is not a game I can see myself ever popping into my CD32 again. The rubber banding was infuriating, the sense of speed non-existing, and the overall feel of the game simply didn't appeal to me. For a Mario Kart clone on the Amiga, I guess this was okay, but there are many better racing games to choose from on the Amiga platform. I award this game a 2 out of 5 score.